Andy Robertson on his assist for Richarlison's goal versus Hoffenheim, former Spurs star Chris Hughton on his health, being at Hotspur Way, the upcoming season, and Roberto De Zerbi, Jamie Carragher on Sky Sports talk about Tottenham and the upcoming season, and The Athletic on Cody Gakpo. Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hi everybody, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel and to another edition of the Daily Tottenham News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name is Leader Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please do like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Okay, so let's get into it. The Premier League broadcast section process for October has now been completed, with all 4 of our fixtures changing for live television coverage. Our away trip to Manchester United on Saturday the 10th of October will now kick off at 5:30 p.m. in the UK, while our subsequent home game against Coventry City has been moved to Monday the 19th of October at 8 p.m. UK. Then both our London derbies away to Chelsea on Saturday the 24th and our home clash with Crystal Palace the following week have the later kick-off time of 5:30 p.m. in the UK. Andy Robertson on his assist for Richarlison's goal versus Hoffenheim. I think it's just what you see in that moment. When the ball is on its way to you, you kind of look up, you kind of see what the situation is going on there. So I felt as the defenders were dropping a little bit deep, it was better to not flash it. I think that one before that, I tried to flash across the face of the goal. Richie's smart as well. So when he sees the defenders drop, he then checks back a little bit. Sometimes when everyone's dropping back, it's best to go against the movement. So just really what you see and what you can change, it's all the time. Sometimes you put in the corridor and sometimes you have to cut it back a little bit. In a split second, there's so many thoughts that go through your head. It's up to you to make the right decision. Luckily, I made it this time and hopefully I can make the right decisions more often than not. It was great for Richie to score this time. Former Spurs star Chris Hughton on his health. I'm a year, 3-4 months post-operation. It's all going well. I keep busy. I've still got a lot of energy. So yes, I'm in really good. Excellent. On being at Hotspur Way, I'm only 2.5 years really since my last role with Ghana national team. So I'm not just so far away from it. I think there are a few things. One is the feeling of being on the training pitch, especially this time of year. Start of the season, the weather's good, the pitches are good. You haven't got the pressure of the results and playing on these surfaces. It's always the best part of the job as a manager, being on the training pitch. On De Zerbi, looking at the job he did at Brighton, he was the second manager after me. Graham Potter came in after me, then Roberto after him. They speak brilliantly of him there, and I look at the job that Graham Potter did. Not so much change in that first couple of years, but when he went into that third year, then you saw the real development. Roberto took that on to another level. He really got them playing. I think there are 2 things. There's a way of playing and then there's the results. Ultimately, the results are always the most important thing. But he was able to do both. Build the team the way he wanted to, in a way of playing, a style of playing that ultimately got him the results to finish where they finished in the league. In terms of the upcoming season, it feels very, very positive. For me, this is a club saying that what we want to do is what we want to get this team. It's the best way we can. And we want to help this coach in the best way we can, as early as we can. I think certainly by the time this window finishes, it will be a squad that Roberto is really happy with. It feels like the disappointment over the last couple of seasons, apart from the Europa League, the club has taken it very much to heart. You can see that. There seems real desire, not only to do better, but to do really well. And that means in the Premier League and, of course, in the cup competitions as well. Sky Sports have reported that Tottenham goalkeeper Guillermo Vicario has arrived in Italy ahead of his completing his initial loan move to Juventus. The agreement also includes an £8.5 million or €10 million option to buy the Italy international permanently. Jamie Carragher on Sky Sports talking about Tottenham and the upcoming season. There's a real opportunity for Spurs and Chelsea without European football next season to make a real fist for it. There's a lot of questions about Manchester United playing more European games, Iriola coming in at Liverpool and Unai Emery at Aston Villa losing a lot of their best players. In the Champions League as well. There's a real opportunity for Spurs and Chelsea to get in those Champions League positions this season. Do you think the business that Tottenham have done and the money they have spent, it's a little bit eye-opening, especially Tonali's fee? You think like 100 million. Do you think that comes from the power De Zerbi had and the hold he's got over the club? In terms of he wasn't sure about coming in. They gave him a really big contract. If he stays, I want this, and this, and this, and I'm going. It's almost like they had to give him what he wants. The Athletic on Cody Gakpo. The situation with Cody Gakpo is not yet developed. While Tottenham Hotspur remain interested and have spoken to the players' representatives, there has been no formal negotiation between the clubs. Liverpool maintain that the Dutch attacking midfielder has 4 years left on his contract. He is not for sale. So, just some thoughts on this. I guess the first one I wanted to just pick up on is the fact that Tottenham are on television for every game, pretty much, since the season started. I know it's a pain with 5:30 kickoffs, at 8 p.m. kickoffs, and Monday games, and so on and so forth. It's a real problem for a lot of people with work commitments and so on and so forth. However, but what it does show is the pull that Tottenham Hotspur seem to have, which is really crazy when everyone keeps talking about Tottenham not being one of the big six and so on. Yeah, it does give you a little bit of food for thought, doesn't it? That all of a sudden we're on the television every time. Is it because they just want to see what's happening with De Zerbi's team and how far are we going to go? Is this going to be a car crash, or is this going to be at the start of something special? Hopefully, it's about starting something special. Good news about Chris Hughton saying that his health is really good. It's really always good to see old previous players still doing well and being connected with the club as well. He knows a lot about Brighton. As he said there, he was there just before Graham Potter, and is impressed with De Zerbi and what De Zerbi is looking to do. And hopefully he can replicate that at Spurs. And from his point of view, he's saying essentially the club is right behind him and trying to do the right things. And that's what we want to hear, especially with 2 weeks left in the transfer window, for us to actually get the forward line that we're all waiting for, because we still need that bit to come in. The news about Vicario, as far as I'm concerned, at this point in recording, I've still not seen any official announcement that it's all done and dusted. So that is the latest news as far as I can see it. £8.5 million option, which I think is really disappointing. Really low fee, number one, but really disappointing that this is an option to buy, not an obligation to buy. It feels like all the cards are in Juventus's hands rather than Tottenham. But listen, if you're needing to offload a player and move on, then as far as the club's concerned, whatever you're getting from him is a bonus. Players' values, they differ from what we see. Once a player has been bought and paid for, the fees just drop down over the course of their playing time. Now, I'm not saying that this is a good fee for him. I don't believe it is, but it's clear the club just want him to move on. So it makes sense to take what they need to take and just reinvest that where they need to. So it's a little bit more cutthroat than it's ever been at Spurs. Previously, we'd have just held on to the player. And finally, this Cody Gakpo story, kind of getting a little bit boring now. So it's a bit like the Savinho one. It's dragging on and dragging on. Tottenham are interested. Liverpool don't want to sell him, blah, blah, blah. It just feels like this is all going to come to a head towards the end of the season, end of the transfer window. It's all going to happen as the dominoes start to fall for sure. So we'll just keep an eye on that one and see what happens. But at this moment in time, there is still no news on Cody Gakpo apart from Liverpool not wanting to sell. But we'll just have to wait and see where that one ends up. Anyway, listen, thanks for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. My name's Leader Dorset Spur. I'll see you on the next one, and as always, up the Spurs. So further on from the video that I've just recorded, I come off to find that there is an official club statement. Guillermo Vicario has joined Juventus on loan for the 26-27 season. The deal also includes an option to make the move to the Serie A side permanent next summer. Signed from Empoli in June 2023, the Italy international has made 117 appearances in our colours to date, keeping 29 clean sheets. A part of the Europa League success in 2025, Guillermo started 9 of our 15 matches on the road to European glory, making a crucial save late on to see us to victory in the Bilbao final. From Hughton, Guillermo earned his first senior call-up for the Azzurri in March 2024 and has 5 caps to his name to date. So, just an update on the story of Vicario. He has now moved to Juventus for the season next season, with an option to buy, which we've reported around 10 million euros. So looks like that one's done. More money in the pot next season for Spurs, but off the wage list currently, and Kinski confirmed as number 1 then. Up the Spurs.